This is Samina Institute of Technology and our subject is English. 311002 is the subject code in second semester. So let's start. With unit number 1. These are the topics of unit number 1. Vocabulary building, introduction of word formation, types of word formation, processes, creative respelling, prefixes and suffixes, synonyms and antonyms, standard abbreviation. These are the topics of unit 1. So vocabulary, I have to revise one more thing. Vocabulary का meaning क्या है? Vocabulary refers to the words which we know how to communicate. There is a strong relationship between vocabulary knowledge and reading comprehension. Teaching words well, it means giving student multiple opportunities to develop word meaningful and how words are conceptually created यानी mentally related one another in the text. So word formation का मैं short definition हम देने जाए तो a simple way to define, to understand and to utilize a word by coming to know its formation. तो उसका formation कहाँ से आया है. ये है introduction. Vocabulary has been recognized as crucial to language use in which insufficient vocabulary knowledge to the learners led to difficulties in second language learning. यह है vocabulary definition. Here I would also like to tell you, if you want to improve vocabulary, you must have to use thesaurus, dictionaries, and we must start to read newspapers, English newspapers, etc. So vocabulary has been recognized as crucial to language use in which insufficient vocabulary knowledge to the learners led to difficulties in second language learning. These are the topics today we are going to discuss. Creative respelling, standard abbreviation, synonyms and antonyms. These are the topics which are remaining today we are going to discuss. For number 1 question, अगर आपको पूछे एक्सप्लेन एडवांस वोकेबुलरी बिल्डिंग, तो वोकेबुलरी बिल्डिंग इट मीन्स इंक्रीजिंग द वोकेबुलरी. Vocabulary development refers to the knowledge of stored information about the meanings and pronunciation of words necessary for communications. So you must have to be familiar with the meaning and pronunciation of the words also. Knowledge of word parts can play a role in increasing our vocabulary also. Our parts include Oxford parts include prefix, suffix, and root words. Here I would like to tell you we have discussed in word formation. So word formation is 7 to 6 parts: clipping, compounding, coining, blending, and borrowing, derivation. Clipping, it means clipping is defined in 4 parts: initial, final, middle, and complex clipping. Initial clipping, it means initial clipping comes at the beginning of word below, like bot to robot, phone to telephone, net internet, gator to alligator, burger hamburger, CID to acid, gram telegram, like that. Final clipping is a list of one or more syllables at the end part of the word. Ad to advertisement, cable to cablegram, exam to examination, gas to gasoline, gym to gymnastic, memo memorandum, photo to photograph, flex to flexible, like that. Middle, it remains at the middle part of a word or ending part. Middle, it means, look at here, maths, mathematics, specs, spectacles, tech to detective, DCTIVE, flu to influenza. The last one is complex. It is the shortening of the compounding words of fractioning and combining it in initial parts. Sit.com to situation comedy. For an EX the foreign exchange. ORGMAN तो organizational man ये हुआ. And compounding means two words आपको they are divided and you are going to come with each other. So compounding is a word formation process in which two or more words are joined. Notebook तो notebook. Dog house. Study and room तो study room. Hard drive. Pickpocket तो pickpocket. In and to into. Winning is also known as incentives. So look at here, coinings. It is a process of word formation where the new words coined or invented from exciting material, or we can say word, or to represent a new incentive. वायरलेस तो उसका मीनिंग क्या है? वायरलेस तो एन इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइस विथ नो वायर्स. एक इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइस है, उसका कोई वायर नहीं है, इसलिए वायरलेस नाम दिया गया. वेबिनार तो ऑनलाइन सेमिनार. स्टेकेशन स्टेकेशन इट मीन्स वेकेशन एट होम. सो कोइनिंग के आपकी 3 एग्जाम्पल: वायरलेस, एन इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइस विथ नो वायर्स, वेबिनार ऑनलाइन सेमिनार, स्टेकेशन वेकेशन एट होम. एंड बोरोविंग में हमने बोरो किया है गुरु फ्रॉम हिंदी, वॉस फ्रॉम डच, बायोलॉजी फ्रॉम जर्मन, बॉक्सर फ्रॉम जर्मन, पिज़्ज़ा, अम्ब्रेला, पियानो, पास्ता इट फ्रॉम इटालियन, सुनामी फ्रॉम जापानीज, टेलीविज़न इज सोफा एंड alcohol फ्रॉम अरेबिक लैंग्वेज. नाउ ब्लेंडिंग में ब्रंच तो ब्रेकफास्ट प्लस लंच. सो एक वर्ड है तो उसका 2 मीनिंग निकल गए. ब्रेकफास्ट प्लस लंच इट मीन्स ब्रंच. I have taken brunch, breakfast plus lunch. Biopic, biography plus picture. Motel, hotel plus motel. Netizen to internet plus citizen. Smoke to smoke plus fog. डेरिवेशन में आपको प्रीफिक्स एंड सफिक्स दोनों लिखने हैं. तो नेचुरल तो अननेचुरल, लीड मिसलीड, हैप्पी अनहैप्पी, लाइक दैट. एंड सफिक्स में एक्सपेंस तो एक्सपेंसिव, केयर केयरलेस या केयरफुल, चाइल्ड तो चाइल्डिश चाइल्डहुड, लाइक दैट. एंड बोथ प्रीफिक्स एंड सफिक्स आपको लिखना ही है. तो लॉयल डिसलॉयल्टी, मैनेज मिसमैनेजमेंट, रेगुलर इरेगुलरिटी. इन प्रीफिक्स एंड सफिक्स में डिसलॉयल्टी, mismanagement and regularity. Learning process. Vocabulary is a very important part of learning a language. The more words you know, the more you will be able to understand what you hear and read, and the better you will be able to say what you want to when speaking or writing. Every day we hear or read many new English words. You also find them in your vocabulary dictionary when you are translating from our own language. We can possibly learn all these new words. So our first problem, it is to decide which ones to you use. नेक्स्ट, यूज़ ऑफ थिसोरस. थिसोरस का आपको यूज़ कैसे करना है? टू फाइंड द वर्ड यू नीड टू एक्सप्रेस योर सेल्फ मोर इफेक्टिवली एंड मोर इंटरेस्टिंगली. टू to avoid repeating the same words. To find a word that suits the genre, any type of writing, a letter, purpose, intended audience, and the context of what you are writing. Dictionary skills. It includes how to make best use of dictionary. Number 12, a reference book containing an alphabetical list of words with information about them also. So it is the use of thesaurus. Dictionaries. Dictionaries can be used to check spelling. We also must have to use dictionaries to learn new words, to find or double check the meaning of a word you encounter, or to find the right word to use. How to best use a dictionary. Next, today we are going to discuss about creative respelling. Creative respelling. Creative respelling is also a kind of word formation. Creative respelling, where words are formed by simply changing the spelling of a word that the speaker wants to relate with the new words. For example, डॉक्टर क्लीन KLEEN, तो हमने लिखा है डैश करके CLEAN, like that. So creative respelling is also a kind of word formation where words are formed by simply changing the spelling of a word that the speaker wants to relate the new word, especially product names often involves creative respelling such as दिया डॉक्टर KLEEN, तो उसको अपना बनाए CLEEN, so clean. So pronunciation is also different and meaning is also different. Homophones and homonyms के जैसे both the thing is differ. Coining is also known as inventions. It is the process of word formation. Where do new words as coined or invented from exciting material to represent a new inventions or dependent development such as wireless, hypermarket, X-rays, like that. It is called coining. Standard abbreviation. Abbreviation is a standard form of a written word or phrase and that are used in place of the whole word or phone. AM is an abbreviation for account, okay, and USA is abbreviation of United States of India. These are the examples of abbreviation. VIP to very important person. PTO please turn over. Package to PKG. PS to postscriptum. Milligram to MG. Gram to G. Bachelor of Arts to BA. Bachelor of Science to BSc. Doctor of Philosophy PhD. Carbon copy CC. BCCC to blind carbon copy. FAQ, frequently asked questions. CEO, Chief Executive Officer. These are the abbreviations that you have to keep in mind. Now synonyms and antonyms. अब्रीविएशन में PS पोस्टस्क्रिप्ट भी आ सकता है, मिलीग्राम, BA, PhD, BCC, DOB तो डेट ऑफ बर्थ, CEO चीफ एग्जीक्यूटिव ऑफिसर, SQ तो स्क्वायर. Now, synonyms and antonyms. A synonym is a word or phrase that has the same or nearly the same meaning as another in the same language, such as a long time or an extended time. Long and extended become synonyms. In the figurative sense, two words are often said to be synonymous if they have nearly the same meaning. For example, big to a synonym to large, happy is to joyful. Big to huge, large, and happy to joyful, like that. Bigger and receptable to its a noun. Beautiful and attractive to it is an adjective. And in and into, it is called preposition. Opening and aperture is a noun. Synonym also admit to confess, anger to fury, brave to daring, create to make, doctor to physician, command to order, doctorate to embellish, hungry to starvation, grand to magnificent, if to weather, impolite yani rude, inhumane to outstanding, enormous huge, honor to prestige, drill to practice, observe to notice, honor to honesty, handsome yani smart, character yani behavior, sacred yani holy, wish yani desire, sympathy yani pity. It is the example of synonyms. Here is also example of quickly, rapidly to adverb हुआ. Synonyms can be defined with its certain sense of words. For example, close and shut may have slightly different names. So, choosing a shop contains meaning that the shop is no longer operational and no one can do the business. In English, almost all words have more than one synonym. For example, enormous. Enormous yani big, large, massive, giant, immense. Drill. So, drill the custom, exercise, habituate, hone, practice, rehearse, tune up and work out. See yani watch, observe, notice, envisage and spot. Eager yani keen, enthusiast, to stick, avoid, fervent, ardent, passionate. Touchy, the sensitive, thin, skinner and delicate. Antonyms, just as one can learn new words but by getting to know their synonyms, it is also important to understand their synonyms. Synonym is a word or phrase that is opposite in meaning a particular word or phrase, like hate, dislike, detest, loath, despite, and next sharp to blunt, dull, even, moderate, blurred. Asleep yani awake, conclusion, conscious, lucid, wide awake. Gloomy yani bright, sunny, happy, cheerful, optimistic. Having knowledge of antonyms will help you not only learn the difference between words, which also enable you to improve your exercise while writing and speaking. So this is the self-practice questions. What is word formation? What is morpheme? Explain in with its types and morphology. Write a note on derivation. Write a note on prefix and suffixes. Write a short note on synonyms and antonyms. Explain blending and borrowing. Explain coining and standard abbreviation in DIL. These are the questions which are asked in GTU, so you have to grow through it. Thank you very much, dear all.